Hello Whovians and welcome back to the main show. Today we're talking about something that the title is slightly misleading, the words 5 years, but I don't know if 5 years is the truth of the matter. But what I do know is I do know about the content of the video. So, UNIT. UNIT are the military version of Torchwood. The version of Torchwood that I've been in Doctor Who since Jon Pertwee's era. So, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart is the owner of UNIT since, well, I think she took over UNIT when Stephen Moffat took over as a showrunner, because when Russell T Davies was a showrunner, UNIT had evolved, but Kate Lethbridge-Stewart didn't work there and it wasn't what UNIT is now. So, UNIT itself has changed over the years, and that's perfectly fine. You're allowed to change over the years. But what you're not allowed to do is change so much that each time you see him it's a different iteration. Right? You have to stick to one thing is what I'm trying to get at. So, Osgood is the most well-known member of UNIT in the New Who era. If you don't know who the Brigadier is, Alistair Lethbridge-Stewart. If you don't know who Kate Lethbridge-Stewart's father is, then Osgood, who's actually now married to Richard Osmond, the woman that played Osgood, needs to, even though Osgood's in the audio world and she's a Big Finish, she needs to return to the TV, because people saying, oh, she can return, but I don't know if anyone knows this, but she's dead. That's the one thing that's confused me, because the Master, Missy, killed Osgood. We all saw that. They were in a plane, and instead of falling out of the plane, she just got zapped and died. We all knew that. So why did everyone go in, Osgood, Osgood, come back, we want Osgood, oh that's Osgood, oh we want Osgood. She's dead. She is dead. If anyone can argue that she's not dead, feel free, argue in the comment section down below. But I personally think I remember her dying, so she can't return. So, the main reason why I wanted to make this video was because I wanted to talk about whether or not it's important to mention that UNIT HQ has never been in one place. So, we had bits of UNIT HQ. Well, let's start at the very beginning, right? So at the very beginning, they were a military organisation and they were hanging about a hospital, right? As in, they didn't really have a HQ in the early days, is what I'm trying to get out there. Then spin forward to New Who, they still didn't have a base, but since Moffat took over, Stephen Moffat that is, they had a base, as in they've had somewhere to call home. So, the homes that they've had, that I think were at war, was the Tower of London, which is where the Black Archive is. They were hanging about there for a good while. Then we had, in Power of the Doctor, we had that massive skyscraper that I just thought was out of this world. And what's good about that, well, the skyscraper was massive and deserved more than it did. And it didn't deserve to blow up either. So a selection of things that didn't deserve to happen, it didn't deserve to go kaboom. Because really, I, nor you, want anything to go kaboom. I especially don't want UNIT HQ to go poof. I'll do that impression one more time. UNIT HQ, right? You have Ace and you have Tegan, and they're gonna hop out the window, parachute out, and then the building goes poof, poof, and they have to find a new UNIT HQ. And you don't even mention ever in the 60th anniversary that welcome to brand new UNIT HQ. So, is Power of the Doctor what was the 60th anniversary special 6 months after Power of the Doctor, or were they 2, 3, or a year ahead of Power of the Doctor, because I think they would have mentioned that Unit HQ now looks like Avengers Tower, where it looks a lot like Avengers Tower. They've seen a massive U at the top of the building, because I do really like the interior of the building, but to me, the desks where the agents sat on, like, I'm not going to call her Hebe Harris because that's a character in Big Finish, but Ruth's Madeley's desk where she's at reminds me of like air traffic control or the air thing that they have in NASA. You know, when they're all going, oh hey, we made it to the moon, you know, and they're really excited, you know, that bit. Well, mission ground control, that's it, and it looks a lot like that. If you catch me drift. So I do think that the desks look a little bit weird, but overall I do think Unit HQ is going to stay like that, and it deserves to, because I think that the helipad means that A, they've got a helicopter, and B, like they did in Power of the Doctor, well, like they did in the Giggle, you can have a lot of fights on a helipad. That's what Doctor Who's good at, right? The Doctor's not going to kill anyone per se, but what the Doctor will do is have a fight with them on top of a helipad. So let's remember when David Tennant had his hand chopped off by the on his first ever episode. Well, that was, well, it would have been a helipad if they didn't need a helipad, but there was still a balcony, so there was still an edge to the abyss where you could fall off and die. So there was still enough to almost kill you. So that's what Unit HQ. Unit HQ now is an area where, if you need to, you can push someone off the side and kill them. Or you can have a fight with them going, oh, you're a dog. No, you're a cat. No, you're a guinea pig. No, you're a hamster. And have a fight with them and pummel them to death. But that's only a joke, as you can probably already tell. So, get back to it. So, Unit. Do I think Unit are still worth appearing in the show? Yes. Do I think Unit deserve the Royal spin-off? Yeah. Who wouldn't want to see Unit spin-off? We had a Torchwood spin-off. We need a Unit spin-off. Thank you very much, Russell T Davies. Get right in a 3 series about Unit. Oh, I think, and this might sound weird, but if Unit, the spin-off, works, I think France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Australia, New Zealand they're just to name a few countries, need to make their own remake of it. Because if I'm not right, well, Torchwood, you have Torchwood, Cardiff, Torchwood, London. We don't really know who's the organisation who owns Torchwood, but because Unit is more of a governmental thing, we could have like Unit appear around the world, so that we can have like the Whooniverse could be having it. So well, if we're thinking that the Australian K9 series is already canon, then the Whooniverse already made it to Australia. But we could have had more Whooniverse than we've ever imagined having. You know, like you don't think you're gonna get, let's say, a Jurassic, can't say the name, Jurassic spin-off series. You never will. But it's possible to have remakes of a Unit series around the world, or even a Torchwood series around the world would work. So there you go. So to round off this video, as we're coming towards the finishing point on this train of amazingness, Unit. We're no longer calling it a Unit in 5 years, because I think the 5 years bit is a little bit misleading. We're just going to call it Unit. Yeah. So, there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. Time much about. Bye! We're trying a new method where we don't walk off that way. We don't walk off that way, because when we do try and walk off that way or that way, sometimes we bash this. And I really think it'd be easy if we could just have a fade whilst staying in the same position, and you can go straight to the outro, which my I still like, because on every outro I do, across all my YouTube channels that I have an outro for. I share the documentary I made called John Comet, the Man Who Was Doctor Who, because I want more and 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 more people to see it than they already have seen it, than they would have seen it. I just want like a wider selection of people to know about it, because it's A, I really like filming it and making it, and B, I just really think it's on the list of top 10 greatest things I've ever actually made on this channel. If you catch that as a drift, it's one of the top things. So to round off this video, because we now took longer than we should have to end the video, what I think is a unit spin-off would work. International versions of that spin-off might also work. And I think that the Unit HQ is a very fascinating, interesting building, and I do hope one day for Comic Relief for Children in Need that they do a spoof where they do like I think it's called MTV Cribs, I think, where they like show you a house. So I want to see inside of Unit HQ because that'll be a funny sketch. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Bye. See. I didn't even walk that way, and that way I still bang the camera.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.